Ruth Bassar. Apologies, outsider. As of lately, you are, of course, free to stay to be enlightened by, well, if it's in the displaced's best interests. Yes, I reckon I do have my ear to the grimy dirt floor of Matriarch's mercy. I suppose more than any other member of the Order, I frequently launch into extended orations on everyone's favorite topic, math, and oh dear, as I'm sure you've read in recent I am single-handedly making a difference here. With constructive pointers on efficient scheduling, lessons on order. Perhaps some other time we can debate the theoretical. Every scientician yearns to visit the archive on Cloister. One day, it will process all on Cloister. One day, it will process all.
Oh, thank the architect you're finally here. I've scarcely breathed while hoping you'd come. I can tend to your injury. Many thanks. Right as rain. Now, where to begin? I am but a humble general practitioner. You also strike me as someone on the go. The seer gave me a datapad with... Now, take the datapad. With my thanks. How can I be of service? As a doc, we don't have... Of course, the Order... Yes, I can treat sickness. Since you asked, you can... Just don't shake the man's hand. Since you aren't a refuge...
Ah, you... I was not...
You are just dying to call me a cultist, aren't you?
Ah, yes, I'm sure. Well, allow me to welcome you to Golden Reach. I'm afraid I've no refreshments available, but can I interest you in a customary debate over decidability? In the future, a simple no will... The presiding bishop sent word of your imminent arrival. However, pursuant to our normal standards of compartmentalization, that said, I've been instructed to assist you however I can. So, tell me, what brings you to Golden Reach?
Victor Clemens, some kind of radical. What an absurd notion.
I must agree with my seer. I once watched Victor shed copious tears over a damaged data... I'm grieved to hear this news. Like many of our most brilliant minds, Victor was also... Sadly. Now then, no doubt you heard of the recent attack launched on that Auntie's Choice base, Outpost Opportunity. I hate thinking an Order member responsible, but given the precision of the...
Respectfully, Scholar, given current tensions, should we really be trusting such a delicate task to this stranger? Would an internal review of our ranks not be more appropriate? Choosing levity at a moment like this.
I don't dispute the need for discretion, my friend. Moreover, our situation is growing increasingly dire. I can't overstate my fears. One more thing. Your investigation into the traitors most assuredly not.
And here I was under the impression that
He's got us there.
At any rate, I trust whatever I knew. Here, Seer Wiley and I will conduct our own inquest into these illuminating the path to true
a calling for those with a greater than average talent for mathematics and computation, particularly in the field of predictive analysis. Yes.
Seer Wiley is being too modest about his contributions. Many in the Order rely on seers for their indispensable counsel. I myself would be lost without mine.
But if you treat said lackeys with disrespect, like calling them...
No, it's not like that at all. Now, in fact...
I won't trouble our good agent here with the exact calculation, but
I dread the day your immeasurable talent finally... That is a statue of the matriarch. Regrettably, Alexandra Monastery is closed to non-Order members at the moment, given...
Oh, certainly.
Haha, good news.
Speak to Abbot Newell if you've more queries.
Have you beheld that new rifle up at the monastery? The Oracle? The one Daddy designed, right? For him, I'd give my 10-year plan.
What is it? I have 15... Oh, don't tell me. You're here on behalf of the voice of the displaced, aren't you? Oh. This is about the exclusion zone, correct? Excuse me, but the intricate dance of the... You see, the seer predicted that a calamity would befall, but the ever-disruptive voice of the displaced is dead set on occupying the exclusion zone anyway, laughing in the face of certain peril. We don't know. The seer has augured death for anyone who enters. Furthermore, and I quote, and now the voice has involved you. How auspicious. Perhaps you are the outside me. I believe only in the cold, inconvenient mathematics of the cosmos. The first step is to familiarize yourself with every The displaced want the exclusion zone. We want it kept. With your seasoned perspective, any questions before you get started? I can tell you she's a rabble-roused. You can find her outside, but you already knew that. Novice Seer Vicarage should have ample time to illuminate you on the Order's forecast modeling methods. He's just down the room from here. These are the data points many people around... Scienticians around the settlement inform me. Have you spoken to all representatives? Well then, if you need me in the meantime, I'll be here, up to my... Besides, to put it... But with effort, patience, and collaboration, I am confident that... Good, as with probability...
What happened to this place? This place. Lol. Maybe it's more safer than the trenches.
Look on the bright side.
A visitor?
I predict that.
Hello. You weren't mentioned in my... granted, I mostly skim the parts what don't cover probabilistic dangers, so perhaps you were alluded. Suppose that means you're not a threat. So that's good, right? Yeah, I reckon that's good. Good. I'm most focused on what's relevant to me these days. First time I got a POP, it was on a lark. It said, Rolonast, our seer has predicted you must wear a helmet today. I borrowed just after lunch. Wind picked up on the cliff above and dropped a mock apple. Sure, but I've had 9 POPs so far, and at least 3 times. Things like that just illustrate. My co-occupant Ike had a POP done, had told him avoid liquids for 48 hours. He ignored it. You did catch the part I said they'd save my life, right? I think a lot. I don't know why the other...
Oh. Administrant Act?
Yes, well, our esteemed outsider here has agreed to thoroughly appraise our situation, in the hope...
They say you asked around. Listen to folks. That's a good start, at least.
The seer predicted imminent danger to the exclusions.
Well, the displaced are the ones taking that risk.
The displaced are under the Order's care, and the Order... Mediator, I leave the fate of the exclusion zone in your... Speak on them.
Did he also happen to mention they were needlessly oblique and vague?
But our predictions are given to... Forgive me. I do not mean to disrupt.
You mean that missionary type who's always talking at everybody instead of to them?
A bit rude, don't you think? But since this mediation was foretold, I will not dispute your findings.
You actually got the provisioner to give...
Ah, yes. I sometimes forget Provisioner Plotnik is also assigned to minding the displaced's needs. Her role is largely proactive, while mine is reactive.
Fair enough. The Order does keep us refugees fed. I'm all ears, Mediator.
The what now?
When grievances between the displaced approach fisticuffs, we hire Sub Rosa.
That is unquantifiably absurd. And I don't see how moving into the exclusion zone will help. Unproductive is one thing. Paid Donnybrooks with surrogate fighters is... Well, I collapsed. But we built matriarch...
I'm guessing you're saying this wasn't an official structure. More of a hastily assembled, precariously built shanty. People are struggling to make do with...
I'm aghast these structures weren't built following established Order construction guidelines. I understand he is...
Yeah. Anyhow, what was the good doctor's diagnosis? We have ample room to space people out more, but only if we use...
That is indeed unfortunate. By my calculations, I suspect that your sympathies lie with the displaced. Unfortunate if true, but I leave the decision in your capable hands. Are we to have a stalemate for the...
You sure about this? I mean, talk about wasted effort on your part. Well,
surprisingly unsatisfying as well. For one,
chin up.
Well, I'd say our business is
Where do we go?
Sorry, busy.
Another refuge.
Warning, this searching for navigation data back to Matriarch's Mercy. No, this unit is not. Farewell. Searching for accurate statement detected. This unit is both helpless and a farewell.
Yes? Zeranium Manufactory 7, presently and for an indeterminate time, is in lockdown. That means no external transmission. Yes, I'm sure. Wait, you have a. This is Factor Maytugian. Am I to understand you have orders? Oh.
Yes, right over here. You're not getting down below until you talk. So, the abbot deigned to send someone whilst we're contending with all manner of and you've brought along your own rift.
Poor methodology? How dare you? Do you think ample bloodshed just happens by itself?
Surely. Far be it from me. Sometimes I cannot fathom what goes through the abbot's mind, but I'll send word you're en route. I expect your behavior will. The recent attack may have originated from this facility, but I assure you it was not at one of our transport pods filled with Zeranium was diverted toward, or more specifically at, their location. Though functionally correct, I assure you. The transport pods are fired into. To date, no one has ever misused them for this purpose. And we have managed to corner the apparent perpetrator down below, this facility has been an archetypical example of constancy and regularity. Our suspect, one initiate Alv, though steadfastly maintaining her innocence, she has also barricaded herself in the operations control room below. And understand, I admit I'm to a reasonable degree pleased you were on hand.
Evidently originated here. Transport pod full of Zeranium. Blue outpost opportunity to naught but tinges and splendors.
Or meaningless interaction.
Classified as an accident? Or an attack? The Proctor's a low-functioning functionary. Probably not best for me to talk with you. What are you doing up here? How did you get past the gate? The Earth What? Forgive me. All this business with the lockdown puts one on edge. Everything appeared routine at the time. We launch transport pods into space regularly. They get collected. The Zeranium we refine here is used for power. It wasn't. I ran a systems audit on the launch anomalous event caused by unknown factors. Transport pod M7, containing a full hold of refined Zeranium, bound for latitude and longitude coordinates corresponded to the Auntie's Choice facility known as a low-ranking scientician. Been here, regrettably, that. May all our efforts add to the equation. Commander's almost. May all our efforts add to the equation.
Initiate Alpha, stand down. Relinquish control of this facility immediately.
Oh, my dear Proctor, you can't believe a low-level drudge like me is responsible for any of this.
You'd have us all believe you seized control to demonstrate your innocence. Wait, is this being broadcast?
I have no idea how this audio doodad works. You're the one in charge here, Proctor Svoboda. Are you sure you didn't do something?
I demand your unconditional surrender at
Hello, Proctor? I'm pushing buttons over here now. Did I disconnect you somehow?
Emergency detoxification initiated. What's her name took over?
Ah, yes, of course. Next on my list of lowest probability events, strangers sent by the app. If we'd been able to communicate beyond our walls, might have saved you a trip. As I can successfully report, we have identified the responsible party. Oh, no, I wouldn't frame. It's less what happened than who happened. Her role was to launch transport pods of volatile uranium to collection points in space. A spy or turncoat, no doubt. A sleeper agent from one of those secret enemy programs you're always hearing about. Within a beat of us hearing of the attack, she then forced why she could destroy this entire place at any moment from in there. Whatever for. I suppose some limited nosing about. I'll be in my office. We're still in lockdown, so I'd fail.
Now, this is important. Would you describe the Varactin's calicity as slavering when it attacked? How much viscous fluid would you have?
2 exemplars, dead as Pythagoras.
Of course she's hiding something. You think those 2 exemplars just fell wrong? They're hardly prone to involuntary self-injury. Alva's been here for how many years? I never noticed her. Just blended in with the scenery somehow.
Investigator?
Always account for standard deviation.
Oh, hello. A visitor. And who are you, dear? And who? Another Earth Director.
Is she talking?
Glorious. All this for me. Fear I hardly deserve such attention. I expect few in the Order know of you, but, well, I've kept between launches. I enjoyed serials, 2-bit dreadfuls, periodicals. I adore Zane and Buddy, even if they are. For the longest time, I didn't realize your organization actually. Yes, that was terrible. I didn't Mean? You see, years ago, I attended an introductory course at the physical... Dear me, I wish I did, but... Why, yes, I could unseal access to the records repository. I'd be right grateful if you'd have a look. I swear I'm completely innocent of this heinous act. Certainly, of course. Appreciate your help, dear. May the plan favor us against long odds.
May circumstances proceed toward intended results. Patrol's back, I hear. Don't see Auntie's being too dissuaded.
Our Earth Directorate friend.
Well, hello.
Hello.
Yes, they witnessed me rather discomposed, I fear. Visions of Auntie's troops now guard the entrance above. Our safety addressed, I have turned my attention to the... Do not let my position fool you. All within the Order are scienticians, and hence we seek the truth of any hypothesis based on evidence. A recent security audit brought up several we were unable to track down the nothing conclusive.
You examined the launch records, yes? Did you find anything, dear? I suppose the data wipe was meant to cover their trail. The physical records were... but listen to me. What do I know about this sort of thing? But still, even the most junior scientist knows the best explanation is one requiring the fewest assumptions. Ergo, I set the correct coordinates. Someone may be pulling... A uranium leak occurred moments after the launch. The overriding of the coordinates also deserves a look. Don't you think?
I can speak to the coordinate. All commands are routed through the hub in central processing.
I expect the uranium leak stemmed from alterations to the control boards and refinement logistics. I'd look for any signs of tampering that may point to the culprit.
I'll stay here.
May all your theories prove true.
May all your endeavors add to the equation.
Most bureaucrats I've met are fairly worthless, but Svoboda seems to have perfected the art of being an ineffectual slackwit.
Yes. Suppose you'll do. I'd been hoping an empiricist... Oh, might I entreat you to act in such a capacity? The control board to divert the flow of uranium is up yonder in refinery logistics. Well, we developed a pharmaceutical primer that, technically it poisons you a little. Tremendous. May deliberate endeavors beget expected results.
Perpetrators are becoming pretty nervous right about now. I mean, they must have believed their plan was flawless. But problems began to mount. Errors started to multiply.
Appreciate a little help, Commander.
You're back. I see my choice in you was well-founded. Uranium overflow venting has returned to a non-haywire state, and my internal levels of disquietude have lessened along with it. With the leak abated, I am fully prepared to be peppered with queries. Not much. Keeps to herself mostly, or that is entirely. Like all of us, she resided in the barracks 15... You mean just after the attack occurred? I was in a state of anxiety at the time, and, well, now that you mention it, yes. I recall I was worried about one crisis, then my mind... I must admit, I haven't given the attack a... This card will allow you into our humble... The pharmacy...
What is it?
So this is where they moved all this uranium mining and processing to when they decommissioned the autonomous extractorium, huh? It's quite impressive. Would be quite inconvenient if all this uranium spontaneously exploded while we were down here.
been in there a while now. Perhaps this conundrum is approaching a solution. May all your endeavors add to the equation.
May all your theories prove true.
I like that Alva. Granted, she's most likely lying through her teeth, but at least she's interesting.
Thank you kindly. I am decidedly in your debt. Anything you need? Anything Of course. I am now able to breathe easy and respond freely. Strange question, but yes. All commands path through the hub here. Works in operations, right? Always on about her stories. Wish I was in my cot doing advanced equations. The door was creaky to open. I should have known it would lodge in place when it closed, but I was distracted by the disheveled... Well, in my professional opinion, based on the sloppy state it was left in, Well, careful on your way out. Try not to be liquefied and subsequently devoured. Look sharp.
Commander, don't make me offend you.
Ready to wait on your command. Combat, over here. Free hole in the head. Two, but I'm not ready.
This might sting. A lot. On what target?
hello, dear. Why, we were...
Or specifically, potential implications for a multitude.
You know how the Order is. Always calculating something. But please,
That you found evidence that the coordinates were rerouted is definitely something. Would be an odd step for Alva here to take, except perhaps to throw blame elsewhere.
I admit I had the knowledge to cause the leak, but not the authorization. Svoboda has clearance, but not the know-how. I'm sufficiently certain of...
Yes!
Wait a minute. You're going to what? Our
Oh, I see you two thought you were proving my innocence. No, I'd advise you, dears, to help or stay out of my way. Proctor Svoboda needs to pay for her actions.
Yes, I concur. That may be the only... You are far...
I am a dedicated agent of the Order, but no, dear. I am Marisol Delgado, formerly of the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection.
That group was just a story to scare novice scienticians. Next, you're going to be telling me you're... Wait. It is you, isn't it?
I arrived decades ago to lie...
The rumors about your department. They said anyone who might delay the equation being solved, if there are any hints of truth to that. I find it severely at odds with Order tenets for balancing efficiency with humanity.
This is hardly the time for a history lesson or debate, I'm afraid. Perhaps you shouldn't. My earlier endeavors were often disconcerting.
That you are who you are, and are standing right, and have been here for years. I suspect your methods are not my own, nor the Order's, as I know it. And I fear your intentions for Proctor Svoboda. I cannot be party to this.
A wise cap. Good thing you showed up when you did. You saved me from having to kill everyone here. Svoboda has much to answer.
What's this? What are you doing here?
After decades keeping this identity, your inexpert blundering has rendered it obsolete. This would be an ideal time to
You can't possibly be party to all...
Our investigator has definitively determined my innocence following a thorough investigation.
I don't know what you found, but any so-called... This is all nothing more...
Enough, traitor. No more deception. No more lies. Time to pay...
No, wait,
Thus concludes a thoroughly distasteful business. Yes, the best searcher off.
Well, you sure cut them. That was breathtaking and hilarious. What artistry, what subterfuge, what aim.
The terminal unsealed the effluvium repository. That's traditionally off limits. Ideal spot to hide something. We should take a look. Used to be brimming with runoff chemical sludge. It's been renovated, I see. Another terminal. Go ahead. You should have the honors. Proctor's efforts appear part of a larger scheme. Ah, of course. I should have assumed you had a greater purpose here. This whole affair reminded me of the old days. The blood, this... I have some unfinished business I need to get back to. I'd propose a strategic partnership. You help me, I help you. What do you say? I have an old contact on Cloister I need to look up. Part of a small matter there. Some good. It's a little crowded here, though, isn't it? Well, then.
I don't feel like this is a good time to stop and discuss things, Commander.
My fellow Loyalists, it is time. Due to the Earth Directorate operatives' continued meddling, we must increment our timetable by a factor of hours, not days. Accordingly, our forces have taken over the monastery. Those I predetermined to be resilient to reason have been executed. The rest should not cause us trouble. I have locked the lift to prevent the agent from reaching the monastery, but the following code will grant you access. 34145. I will continue my work from here, supplying Augustine with everything she needs for our plan to succeed, and delaying the agent as I'm able to. May the results of our actions today secure a more prosperous tomorrow for our sacred order.
Seer Wiley isn't very good at this whole seer business, is he? Nice of him to just hand us the code like that. We should remember to mock him for that as he bleeds out.
I realize you didn't receive the most welcome of receptions here. I recognize... May fate and fortune converge.